Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So excited to be doing this review. I'm going to be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home and just sort of my thoughts on the film, and this will be a spoiler review, so if you have not seen it, wait until you've seen it and then come back to this video. Yeah, I watched Spider-Man No Way Home yesterday on the 16th, and I went into the film not really sure if I was going to love the film, hate the film, enjoy the film. The last Spider-Man film, Far From Home, I really didn't like, and I still think it's probably one of the worst Spider-Man movies that have been made, and definitely the worst in the Tom Holland trilogy. So I was actually pleasantly surprised that I loved Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm not necessarily the biggest Spider-Man fan, but I'm not like anti-Spider-Man. I'm sort of in the middle. So for me, I think this was such a great film. There's so many good things that I can say about this film. Of course, are there certain problems with plot and the screenplay and just the way that things were structured? Yes, but overall, Spider-Man No Way Home is a really enjoyable time and has a lot of really great moments that will make you feel really warm. It's got romantic bits. It obviously has what a lot of people were hoping for in all the Spider-Mans teaming up, so that was like really cool to see. It has a lot of high stakes, which I think really sort of elevates the film just a bit. It's not a sort of typical Marvel movie. You really do feel that everything has been heightened in terms of tension and the stakes. Some of my favorite things about the film, I think that the first act is really good, really strong. Obviously, it sort of takes place right after Far From Home, when everyone learns of Spider-Man, Peter Parker's real identity, and this film sort of goes through the fallout of that. And yeah, it was just really interesting to see that. I don't think that's something that we've explored in a Spider-Man movie, so it definitely made it unique. And it was just fun to sort of be in Peter Parker's world. And one thing about these movies is they are able to sort of get these light-hearted moments, because obviously at the end of the day, all of these people are in high school, and so we can just sort of sit through the everyday mundane of them trying to get into college, and just little things like MJ working at a little coffee shop, just little things like that where you get to just see these characters interact is so great to see. And obviously into the third film, I feel like Zendaya, Tom, Jacob all have really great chemistry. In the second act of the film, towards the sort of middle of the film, this is where the story sort of gets a bit muddly and messy, and you almost feel like you don't know where or how they want to get to where they want to get to. Like the writing just feels kind of all over the place, and there's so many characters that come into this film. Obviously we have all the villains, and it's pretty much all of the Sinister Six, I think, besides Mysterio, that are in this movie. So yeah, it's so many villains, and just trying to get a handle on each villain. And obviously Spider-Man's trying to like get all of them, to lure all of them to Doctor Strange's basement or whatever. so that they can fix the whole situation. And whilst I really loved his fight sequence with Doctor Strange, I think Doctor Strange as a character is so interesting, and obviously magic in the MCU is so cool. So I really loved that sequence, and I thought the visual effects in this film were so well done. I mean, usually they're terrible a lot of the times, but here they were so well done. But then we get into the third act, and from here on to the end of the film, incredible, such a great time. We get Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and all the three Spider-Men together, and that moment, honestly, even in my cinema, people were cheering and clapping, and it was really cool. I mean, for a lot of us, we've grown up, especially for me, I've grown up with all three of the Spider-Men pretty much. To see them all together and interacting, whilst a bit too meta at times and definitely fan servicey in a lot of ways, I still thought that it was really fun, and I loved getting to see them interact, and also to just see the different shades and the different tones of Spider-Man, and just to see how different they would be, not only in different universes, but because obviously they're different ages, different stages of Peter Parker's life. So that was really cool, and them actually working together to fight off the villains and eventually cure them was just really well done. I really loved seeing both Tobey and Andrew try to sort of not cheer Tom Holland up, but to sort of talk to him about what it's like to lose people after Aunt May's death. Aunt May's death sort of came and went. It was this really weird thing. I don't know if I sort of felt it in the way that I should have. I don't know that it was this sort of really big moment. It almost felt like they were trying to get rid of Marissa Tomei's character so they can like fully just like restart this trilogy. I don't know why, because I think she's such a great character and adds so much to Tom Holland's Peter Parker. But yeah, she dies, and it was sad, of course, and Marissa Tomei is incredible. She gives a great performance, but I don't know that it was as impactful as it could have been. The score in this film was so incredible. I was not expecting that, because usually for certain types of Marvel movies, or even with Sony, these scores sort of all blend together, but this really stood out to me, and it added so much to the sort of tension and the heartbreaking moments in the film. And that sequence at the end with MJ and him just trying to say goodbye to everyone before Doctor Strange makes everyone forget, like that was truly a moment. Like I really loved that sequence, and it made me think that they were trying to almost emulate the sort of gravitas and the impact of the Deathly Hallows, and those sort of final moments of the part 2 of the Deathly Hallows definitely reminded me a lot of that, and in a lot of ways it did work. And I think just with Tom Holland and Zendaya, they really did a lot to make you feel that moment. Zendaya is so incredible in that sequence, and yeah, I just really loved it. It was really beautiful. Overall, I loved this film. It's definitely a film that I could see myself rewatching, which I couldn't say that with Far From Home. It's definitely one of the better Spider-Man movies, and maybe might be the best one in Tom Holland's trilogy. So I'm definitely excited for what will come next. So excited for Multiverse of Madness. After all those sequences with Doctor Strange, I'm just like, yes, give me more magic. I want more magic. So yeah, what did you think of Spider-Man No Way Home? Let me know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, of course, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!